Okay, so welcome to Chapter 8, and Chapter 8 is all about arrays. So, well, I guess arrays and more. So there's a little bit of GUI design kind of towards the back of the chapter, but for the most part, it's about arrays. And I really shouldn't make myself laugh in these videos. This is about the point where my wife walks by the office and says, "What are you doing?" There's something wrong with you. But I imagine all of you sitting in the lab with me and we're going over this. So anyway, so let's talk about arrays. And so what I want to do is, I realized I made this huge and this is small, but I wanted this all to fit on one little section in here so I could see it without scrolling. And then you can see this at Canvas anyway. So I want to spend a few minutes talk about our plan for the next 2 weeks, and then I want to show you and just spend like 2 minutes on arrays. So just to talk about if you've never seen them before, and even if you have seen them before, they're a little bit different in VB. So anyway, so our plan this week. So we're going to spend 2 weeks. Everything is in one module. So basically, if you look at the dates down here, you are submitting these things and then going off for Thanksgiving break. So we've got a couple weeks to do that. I didn't make anything due on the 17th. It's just right before Thanksgiving. That's it. So all of these will be due then. All right. So we've got that piece in there. Now, same kind of thing as normal, with the PowerPoint. I'll show you just a couple things in a second on that, and then we've got the videos that go through here. I included this one, even though it's not assigned, just in case you were curious about that one. But you'll notice you've got a little bit of my programming lab. I just did the first two sections to give you a chance to practice a little bit with this stuff, and then I purposely picked these two problems, and you can see each one of them has a video that goes along with it. So if you need help getting started, or figure something out, these videos can help you with that. So I'd say, try and get it started on your own once you've kind of reviewed and that kind of thing, and then you've got the videos to fall back on for those two programs. Then you've got two additional programs, and then the video tutorial. Now, I just wanted to mention, I know I've had a few people, and I've had this in the past too, say, hey, I really like, uh, you know, starting and doing a couple problems and then going ahead and going through the kayak rental program because you have the instructional videos for that. So maybe try that this time. Maybe try doing these first couple videos or first couple programs that have the videos already, and then maybe try getting started with the kayak rental, and then go back and do the soccer and phone number programs. Just to mix it up a little bit. And I know there's some of you that will just go, nope, I just do things in order, and I'm just going to go straight down and then be done with it. But anyway, you might try mixing it up a little bit. Okay, so that's it as far as this kind of stuff goes. You'll see you get to add quite a few new things in here into the kayak rental program this week, so it'll be kind of fun. All right, so what I wanted to do was just basically talk about arrays for just a second. So I'm going to come over here and I'm just going to scroll down to, let's say, this slide. So this is slide 9. So I skipped some stuff because I know you guys will be able to review it, but I just wanted to give you a quick couple minutes on arrays. An array is basically a list of things, and we'll have different ways of setting them up, and you'll see with the little assignments over here, the things that you get to play around with. But just think about a list that you would have. Like for me, a list that I would have, just I don't know, on a post-it note somewhere. My Costco list. So things that I don't want to forget when I'm in Costco and get distracted, because I tend to get distracted very easily at Costco. And so I'll have a list of things that I need to check out. So when you're taking a look at this, we're looking at, and you'll see more explanations into the declarations in the previous slides, but basically this is declaring, a nice little array for us. The array is going to be named int hours. And the 6 is basically the upper subscript location. And this is where it's a little bit different for those of you that have coded in other languages before and used lists or arrays before. We're going to use it as an integer, and you'll see these little spots down here where you've got int hours, and then you see this little 0 in here, 1, 2, 3, 4, all that kind of good stuff. Those are simply locations. So we're referring, if we say int hours and we've got 0 here, then we're referring to this location. 3 would be this location. And then we can put in different values in there as we go along. So for this particular one, you'll notice that we say our upper subscript is going to be a 6. This is where it's a little bit different in other languages. Typically in an array, if you see a 6, that's going to mean that you are storing 6 places. You have 6 locations. But if you count these up, and of course we're always starting at 0, if you count these up, of course, and you notice on here, this includes the 6th subscript location, but we also have 0. So typically 6 will refer to 0 through 5. But you notice here with 6, we're actually storing 7 places. So keep that in mind as you're setting these up. That's why it's just a little bit different than other languages. Okay, so taking a look at that. Now, if we were to assign values, just one way of doing it, we can set it up like this. So we're going to say, okay, in location 0. So we've got our little, subscript 0 down here. We've got the value of 100 that we're going to go ahead and store. And you see the other ones were stored the same way. So as you play around with these, if you just don't get distracted by all the, I don't know, sometimes with the terminology and the way things are explained, it gets a little bit difficult. But I think if you just think about it in terms of, okay, this is just a list of things. These are storage locations. I think that helps you think about the way that arrays work. So anyway, so that I try to keep it to 2 minutes, but I may have gotten a hair longer. Sorry. But anyway, if you have questions on this stuff, let me know. Again, we are taking this right up to Thanksgiving. I don't know if you saw my email. I will be in Chicago this week. I come back on the 11th, so at the end of Veterans Day we'll be home. But I will be checking my email in the evenings for sure, and typically in the mornings before we leave for the conference. So if you have questions, just let me know on this stuff. But I think with the video content this week, I don't think you'll have any problems because the videos are very good, and like I said, they go with the specific assignments at least until you kind of get going a little bit. All right, so again, let me know if you have any questions. Otherwise, have fun with the arrays.